Well, I firmly believe you should. I firmly believe that there should be somebody in your life, really in every aspect of your life, okay? Whether that be, marriage, raising kids, spiritual, financial, business, career, whatever. You should have a mentor for all of those things, right? And in this video, I'm only going to talk about basically business or career. That is what I'm going to get into in this video. I'm not going to talk about mentors for other things, but I am a firm believer that people should receive counsel on any specific area of their life, right? Because there's no better way to learn, in my opinion, there's no better way to learn than to get advice from people who have already done what you're trying to do, right? And you're probably thinking, well, this is common sense, of course, right? It's just common sense. Yeah, it's common sense, but not everybody does that. Not everybody does that. Not everybody actually chooses to listen to somebody who has a lot more experience than them, a lot more, they've just been in every situation that you're going to be in if you go about whatever path you're going on, right? So yes, absolutely, should you have a mentor? The answer is yes, you absolutely should. And specifically tied to the trucking industry, should you have a mentor if you're going to get into the trucking industry? Well, I will say yes and no, actually, to that. Because no, if all you want to do is just get a job and you don't really want to go far in the trucking industry, you don't really want to go the route of starting your own business or whatever, right? You don't want to become an owner-operator, you don't want to grow a fleet, you don't really want to go that far. You just want to go company driver, have a good job, have a good income, and do other things. I would say no, you do not need a mentor to do that, right? Common sense. You just need to learn how to drive the truck. You just need to get a CDL, pass your tests, and make your money that way, right? You do not need a mentor for that. But you do need a mentor if you are trying to go far in the industry. Absolutely, you should pick a mentor for that. And that is my belief. You should have somebody that is very knowledgeable about whatever business you're going into, but specifically, I'm talking about trucking. So, yes, you should pick a mentor for this industry, okay? And you don't necessarily have to know this person, because thanks to the internet, you don't necessarily have to know this person personally or have you could have never met them, right? Like most of the people I've learned about trucking from, I don't even know. I've read books about trucking written by people who have built fleets and everything. I have watched YouTube channels of people who have fleets, who are owner-operators, and I've learned from them. They are my mentors. They are teaching me what I need to know about this business, right? So, but does it help to actually personally know somebody and receive mentorship from them? I think it does. I think you should, right? It absolutely does help, okay? So, how do I pick this person, though? Who do I know, or how do I know who to listen to and who not to listen to? How do I know that? How do I have that instinct to know, right? Well, it's very simple for me, okay? It's very simple for me. If I'm going to listen to somebody's advice, okay, then they have to have all of the attributes that I want to have, right? They have to be doing what I want to do. Are they successful? Number one, are they even successful? Are they practicing what they preach? Are they actually doing what they're telling you to do? If they're not actually doing that, or they haven't done that, let's say they did build a fleet and they sold it, and they were successful, and they're not doing it anymore, but they did it before. Yes, you can take advice on how to do that from them, because they've done it. They've been there, done that, right? Or they're currently running their own operation right now, okay? Are they on that path what to do. They have all the answers, but they don't actually do that themselves. I don't listen to people like that, right? I don't listen to people about investing in the stock market who don't actively invest in the stock market and don't actually have success investing in the stock market for the long term, by the way. I don't listen to people who said, oh yeah, I bought, this stock and it went up and I sold it and, I made a bunch of money one time. No, you just got lucky. You're not an actual investor. You're probably a gambler and you got lucky, right? Same thing. In trucking, longevity really matters in whatever field you're in, whatever thing you're trying to do. And if you're going to listen to somebody, do they have that longevity? Are they putting their money where their mouth is? Are they actually doing what they're trying to tell you to do? That's basically what I'm trying to get at, right? And I've learned how to pick the right mentors just based on, just looking at their situation, right? Are they where I want to be in 5 years? If I start this process, if I go down the path that they went down, do I want to be where they're at? That's the question I ask myself. Do I want to be where they're at? Do I want their success? Because some people, they don't really have any success and they're giving advice on a lot of different things, right? So, and I'm a big believer, like, hey, if you're going to talk about something, you should be doing what you're talking about, right? Like, I don't talk about being an owner-operator on my channel yet because I don't own a truck yet. I'm a company driver. I do know a lot about the owner-operator side of the business. I know a lot about it. I know a lot of the right answers and everything, but I am not currently doing that. So I'm not going to share information or my opinion about that until I'm actually physically doing it. I feel like that's hypocritical, So that is what I look for, right? I don't want to hear your advice. I don't want to hear advice from quitters either. That's another thing. Like, I don't listen to people who, let's say they were in trucking and they used to do what they're talking about, but they never really built anything, right? Like, yeah, they had some success, but when the going got tough, they quit. They quit and they're not even really driving much, or they don't really care much about the industry anymore, or whatever. Like, I don't want to listen to them either because they quit. They never really built any true success within the industry, right? Like there's only a few things that I really try to study and learn about because those are my interests, and I'll even share that. Like, the trucking industry is number one, right? Like, my goal is to become an owner-operator and have multiple trucks one day, right? And then also, when I get that built, I want to invest in real estate, right? That is my goal. I want to build a retirement off of real estate. That's what I want to do, right? So I'm going to take the money I make from trucking and put it into real estate and also the stock market, right? Those are the three things that I want to know in and out, because those are the three things that I will personally invest in, right? Also this YouTube channel and things like that, but this is just a hobby, I mean, it could be successful or whatever, but it's just a hobby. I don't look at it as like an actual business or whatever. Like, trucking's my main job. This is what I do as a job, but I take money from trucking right now and invest in the stock market. I don't own a truck, right? So I'm not talking about running my own trucking company yet. I'm not doing it, like I said. So, but anyway, that is what you have to look for, right? You have to look for what somebody is actually doing and assess whether or not you want to be doing that. And if you don't, then you don't need to listen to that person, right? You don't need to listen to that person. So that's just simple. And I just want to make this video because I see a lot of ridiculous information on the internet that is totally wrong, and really wrong advice. And I just believe that, if you're going to talk about something, you should know what you're talking about. You should have success in that area. And yes, I do mean financial success, by the way. right? A lot of people say this, like, I've heard the argument about owner-operator versus company driver. Well, you know, this is what they say, right? Well, it's better to be an owner-operator even if you make the same amount of money as a company driver. You know, I've heard that before, and it's like, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Why would you risk thousands of dollars of your money, you know, and make an investment into a business to make less money than you would as an employee? Why would anybody in their right mind do that? Does that make any sense? Oh, because I can control where I go. That's still ridiculous. So just because you want to call, you know, decide where you want to go, right? You're willing to put hundreds of thousands of dollars at risk. You know? I mean, think about that, right? It's the dumbest thing ever, you know? No, owner-operators do make more than company drivers, and they should, by the way, because they have all the risk. And if you have so much debt in your business that you're making about the same as a company driver, then you probably shouldn't be in that business. You should probably just be a company driver, because you're wasting money and time, and you're at way too high of a risk. You know, so that's just an example of like information being given by supposed experts on this business in particular. Like, does that make any sense? Why would you do that? Why would you risk that? You know? So, I mean, really, and another thing too, like trucking, yeah, there's a lot of great things about this industry that are not tied to money or financial gain. But the number one reason why we're in this industry is to change our financial situation. That's why people get in. There's all the other things, right, that are great. There's all the other things that are great that, you know, traveling the country, you know, experiencing all the different states, cities, terrain, everything like that, right? The adventure of the job. It's amazing. You know, I love it, right? But at the end of the day, this is a business decision. Even if I'm a company driver, I'm still a business person, right? I'm still a business person driving a truck, even if I'm a company driver. I don't own the truck or own the business, but I'm still a business person, and you have to think that way, right? To be successful. And you should listen to people who get it, by the way. The people who know that this is a business, and a business is about making money, period. That is what a business is about. That is why people go into careers. You know, yes, maybe people love becoming a doctor. You know, they actually care about what they do. I care about what I do. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to waste my time out here and make no money. I'm not going to do that. And neither is a doctor. A person who wants to become a doctor is not going to go to school for 12 years or whatever and go through all of that, going deeply into debt to come out and make as much as a freaking janitor, right? They're not going to do that. No, it's a financial decision. They know that, hey, if I go through school to become a doctor or whatever, you know, I'm going to make a lot of money if I graduate and become a doctor. They do it for a financial gain. Let's not act like they don't do it, right? Same thing with trucking. No, in any industry, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we got to pay our bills, you know? And so I'm going off on this rant because it's like, what kind of advice is that? Oh, you should become an owner-operator. You know, even if you make the same amount as a company driver. That's so stupid. Why would you invest your money in that? You know? I mean, that's the dumbest advice I've ever heard, right? So, and if you don't agree with me, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I mean, really, why would you not just keep your money and invest it in something else and just make a salary, you know, have no risk, right? I don't know. That's just an example, I should say, of ridiculous advice, you know? And people follow that. They actually think that that's good advice. I don't think that's good advice, you know? And it's coming from people if you can't build wealth off of the income that a truck driver can make, if you hustle and everything and you grind, if you can't build wealth off of this, that's your fault. And it's your fault because, like I said at the beginning of the video, you know, and that's what this whole video has spawned off is what? Should you have a mentor and how to pick one? Well, you're listening to the wrong advice. You're listening to the wrong people. Yeah, should you have a mentor? Absolutely. You could have multiple ones. But only listen to those who get it. Only listen to those who have success. Don't listen to those that don't have success. And don't listen to those that are telling you it's okay to be as successful owning a business as a guy just driving a truck for a company. I mean, just think about that. That's just illogical, right? Totally illogical, you know? Whatever. But there's advice like that going around the internet, you know? Oh, well, I get to decide when I go home. I mean, I'm a company driver, and yes, I do have to stay out, like, I get a day and a half off for every week I'm out, right? I can plan to be home for every special event. It's not that hard, and most companies do that now because they know that truck drivers are not going to work for them if they don't have good home time benefits and they don't, you know, and they don't stick to their policy. They know that people are going to quit. You know, truckers talk, right? We talk in this industry. Everybody knows, right? And if some company screws a driver over, that driver's going to let every other driver know that they're screwing people over. And they're not, drivers are not going to go work for that company. They don't trust them. That's the beautiful thing about the internet, you know, is if you want to find out information about somebody, you can just go online and look it up on YouTube. You know, that's why I like YouTube, you know? But the negative side to YouTube is that there's a lot of people that have opinions about things, and people actually listen to them, and these people have no success. A lot of them do have success, and you'll know which ones have the success and which ones don't, you know? I mean, look, at the end of the day, in this industry, there's successful company drivers, owner-operators, fleet owners, and there's failures in all of those categories as well. And so, at the end of the day, and at the end of this video, and I'm going to conclude this video with saying, pick a mentor or mentors that are doing what you want to do. They have the results that you're looking for. Pick them to listen to, right? And don't listen to the ones that are giving terrible advice and are not successful. Don't listen to those people because they are leading you down a path of self-destruction. That's what they're doing. They don't realize that they are, and they can say whatever they want. It's a free country. You know, it's freedom of speech or whatever, but just learn how to decipher who's telling you the truth and who's not. That's all. That's the moral of the story, right? And like I said, if you disagree with everything that I'm saying, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And dislike the video if you don't like what I'm saying. And if you do like the video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more in the future. God bless. Have a great day. Peace out.